Right, Radio West Fife has been pretty busy over the last few months or so. We've been covering a lot of events, and tonight we're going to be covering one of two events that happened during the summer. The Dunfermline Children's Gala, which is probably the biggest gala in West Fife. This happened on the 25th of June, and we're going to start off with Barclay Mac's chat with a drum major of a pipe band. Drum major Graham Winters speaks to Barclay about pipe bands and his role in the pipe band here on Radio West Fife.
We're in Pittencreiff Park. It's Saturday the 25th of June and it's the Children's Gala, and we're speaking to the drum major from one of the pipe bands that went past. What's the name of the band?
Sambayabamba pipe band.
Oh right, okay, so how long's this band been on the go?
Band's been going now for 32 years.
Has it got an association with coal mining or anything like that?
No, it was originally started as a chanter class and then developed into a pipe band. The sashes that the pipe major and the pipe sergeant wear is in memoriam of one of the founding members, pipe major Richard Owen from Alva. He'd been there for the entire length of the band. Also as well, the co-founder Gordon Simpson, he retired just last year. And it's now Pipe Major David Russell and Pipe Sergeant Stuart Marshall.
So at this time of the year, are you out practically every Saturday?
The band's out pretty every weekend. Myself, I compete as well in between sort of things. I compete with Denny and Dunny Pace. So if I'm not competing, I'm out with Sambayabamba.
Right. So what does he have to do when you're competing then?
Well, the competition for drum majors is sort of flourishing and marching.
Right.
That's when you throw the mace in the air and do tricks with it. The pipe bands, they're competing. It's just music, MSRs, medleys, things like that.
And have you won anything?
The Bomar's not a competing band.
No.
They've never
personally?
competed. Me, yes, I've won a fair few awards. Most memorable one would be I was awarded Best Drum Major in Fielder military tattoo in Germany 2 years ago.
Excellent.
So, and I'm off to the tattoo in Berlin.
Good. So how many people are in the band?
Roughly, playing-wise, I would say the band could call on at least 28 players.
Right.
We've also got ones that are just about ready, and then we've got total beginners as well.
Oh right, I see. So get them at the beginner stage and then encourage them on.
Yes.
Oh, that's great
Get them
stuff.
from the very start, drumming and piping, and just bring them on.
There you go, Graham Winters, drum major for the Alloa Pipe Band, speaking to Barclay Mac at the Dunfermline Children's Gala on the 25th of June. Now, our next person who is in the same pipe band proves that you do not have to be an adult to be in a pipe band. She's 10 years old, and she was speaking to Barclay about her role in the pipe band, and her name is Hannah.
Can you tell me what your name is?
Hannah.
So how long have you been playing in the band, Hannah?
Well, I started when I was 8 and now I'm 10.
Oh right, so 2 years. And what is it you do in the band?
I play the tenor drum.
All right, and you enjoy it?
Aye, it's quite fun.
Good,
But
good.
sometimes you lose control if you can't do it or something.
Oh right, okay.
So is it a heavy drum to carry?
Aye,
So you'll be tired by the time you've walked down the high street?
sometimes.
Exactly. So you out most Saturdays then during the summer?
Sometimes, yeah, but not all the time.
And is there anybody else in your family that plays in the band?
My brother and my sister.
And what do they do?
My sister does the same as I do and my brother plays pipes.
Oh right, okay, very good. Has your brother been playing for a while?
Yeah.
What are you doing after this day? Will we see you playing again?
Well, I'm going to Alloa,
Oh, you're off to Alloa today?
West End Park.
My
And you're
goodness.
playing again there?
Aye.
Oh, very
That's
good.
a busy schedule.
Exactly, 2 gigs in one day, my goodness. Yeah, that's pretty good going.
Even 10-year-olds can be that busy, and it's actually quite incredible that she can actually play that kind of drum that is quite heavy. So that was Hannah from the pipe band speaking to Barclay Mac and Doreen Murray. We'll be continuing a little... Now, continuing our look back on the coverage of Dunfermline Children's Gala from the 25th of June this year. Now, earlier on, we were speaking to Graham Winters and Hannah from a pipe band, showing an adult and a child's perspective of being in a pipe band and the importance of being in a pipe band. Let's just focus on how everyone's enjoying it in general. And Doreen Murray was actually speaking to a few kids from Pittencreiff Primary School who were telling her how their day went so far.
I've just found Quinn from Pittencreiff Primary School. Now, I happen to know Quinn because we've been on walks together around the park, haven't we? But tell me, how are you enjoying your day here?
Good.
What have you been doing then?
Well, we've been going through the high street, walking, and I've been blowing the trumpet, and it was fun.
You've been blowing a trumpet?
Yeah.
How did you get a trumpet?
Well, my granddad came down to watch me, and he gave a trumpet to me.
So it was nice walking through the high street.
Yeah.
Who else have we got today? Two of the girls. You introduce them. This is
Carrie.
Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Madeline.
Madeline. So we've got Carrie and Madeline. Now, I happen to know Carrie and Madeline as well because, again, you're walkers who've gone through the park with me. Right, girls, come on. Tell me a bit more about today. What you've been up to.
It was fun. We walked around the town and we got a lollipop at the car park.
And what are you going to do this afternoon?
We're going to play lots of games.
Who have you liked that you've seen? Which is the funniest thing you've seen today?
Well, the octopus.
The octopus?
On stilts.
Oh, and I don't think I've seen the octopus on stilts yet. Where will I look for him?
He was at the car park and he should be here now. So we saw him walking down.
Quinn, who have you seen today that was funny? Who's your favourite?
The man on the stilts with no t-shirt on.
Oh, right. Oh, no, I did see him. Yes. Was he a merman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Okay. You've had your lunch?
Yeah.
Nice lunch?
Yeah.
Big shout?
Yes. Yes.
So you were ready to do your run with a full tummy then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, thank you very much then, Madeline, Carrie and Quinn. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day here and have a good time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That's something I would never ever see, an octopus on stilts. That was Doreen Murray speaking to a few kids from Pittencreiff Primary School, part of the Dunfermline Children's Gala coverage here on your number one station on the Queen Margaret Hospital Radio West Fife. Barclay then moved on to speak to Katie Hamilton, who was doing an interesting piece of fundraising for an upcoming fundraising walk to Mount Kilimanjaro that will be happening next month. And she was out with a bucket, and Barclay was just asking her, why is she doing this for Save the Children?
I'm with Katie Hamilton at the Glen Pavilion, and I see you have a bucket in front of you.
Yes, I do.
What's the story?
Well, I'm climbing Mount Kilimanjaro in October, so just under 4 months to go, and I've got to raise £4,000 for Save the Children to do so. So today I'm here with my bucket to see if I can get some sponsorship to help me on my way.
All right, very good. So is there any particular reason why you've chosen this charity?
It was something that came up in partnership with Lloyds Banking Group, and it's 30 people from Lloyds Bank that are going on this trek. So I applied at work to do it, and I got chosen to do it, and Save the Children is Lloyds Banking Group's Charity of the Year. So together we're looking to raise over £100,000.
Now, this is not the sort of thing where you can just suddenly go for a stroll. You must have been doing some training.
Yeah, well, I've been in the gym about 4 nights a week trying to get fit, but I think I'm going to do a few Monroes this summer, breaking my walking boots.
I mean, what about the weather? What's that going to be like out there?
We're just going to miss rainy season, so that's not going to start to about November. So it should be cold as you get to the top because there's a glacier up there, so be a range of different temperatures from Serengeti to the top.
So how high is Kilimanjaro?
It's just over 19,000 feet, so it's about 5 times the size of Ben Nevis.
I was just going to say that, exactly, yeah. You'll be doing well then. So you're looking forward to it?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, exactly.
Once in a lifetime opportunity, and I really can't wait.
Katie Hamilton speaking to Barclay Mack about her attempts for fundraising for a sponsored walk to Mount Kilimanjaro that will be happening next month. Right, we've spoken to a few people now. We've spoken to some kids from Pittencreiff Primary School. We've spoken to Katie Hamilton, who's doing fundraising for Save the Children. We also spoke to Graham Winters from the drum major in the pipe band, as well as the 10-year-old pipe band member Hannah as well. Now let's focus on a bit on the music side of things, because there was a bit of music entertainment, and two bands that really stood out for music entertainment at the Dunfermline Children's Gala were the Les Wood Dixie Landers and Sambayabamba. Now, with Sambayabamba, they're actually really, 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 really good. And Do you know what? I'm going to save that to last. So we're going to play some of the Les Wood Dixie Landers, and if you're not too familiar what this sort of music is, think of ragtime, old-time jazz from the sort of 1920s, 1930s. If you like that sort of old music, like myself, I like a bit of classic jazz now and again, you'll certainly be interested in hearing this. So this is just a quick slice of some of the stuff they were playing at the Dunfermline Children's Gala on the 25th of June. Now, who says we're not open-minded when it comes to music? That was the Les Wood Dixie Landers, if you liked a bit of ragtime and old classic jazz. There you go. They were performing at the Dunfermline Children's Gala on the 25th of June, where the Radio West Fife Street Team was covering. And we're now going to continue our coverage with a second band that really caught our eye. And it was Sambayabamba. Now we're showing we're really open-minded with music. And And before they played, some fantastic music on the stage, which we'll let you hear in a couple of minutes' time. We got chatting to the band before they started playing, and here's the outcome of that with Barclay and Doreen's chat with Sambayabamba.
Bumped into Sambayabamba in the middle of Pittencreiff Park. Can you tell us, first of all, where does the name come from?
That's a very good question, and it's one that I probably can't answer because it's from a long time before I was ever part of Sambayabamba. I think it was just a sort of play on the words. We're obviously a samba band from Glasgow. Sambayabamba seemed to fit with the kind of aim, the roots of the band, I suppose.
Trips off the West Coast tongue as well.
Yeah. Although we do have a bit of a problem with the name in that it tends to get kind of mashed into all sorts. We've been Sambayabamba, Samba La Bamba, so all sorts of things. But Sambayabamba is.
So how many people are in the band?
There's probably about 25 to 30 members of the band. You know, for a band, performing band, we've probably got about 20 people at the moment.
And so are you out most Saturdays during the summer doing this sort of thing?
We are. Through the month of June, we've had something every weekend. So various festivals, events, Glasgow, lots of Gala days where we're playing here in Dunfermline. Last weekend we were down at Cumnock in Ayrshire at a Gala day. So yeah, summer's usually our busy time. We've been invited to play out in Poland, and we've played in Germany before, so we've travelled around Europe a bit as well. It's great. I mean, it's been a great opportunity for people from Glasgow to spread kind of sort of Glaswegian friendship around Europe through samba.
Yes, that's an unusual, way to spread it. Why samba?
Well, the band's actually 15 years old this year, so it's been running for 15 years, and it was just a group of friends who got together 15 years ago, who were interested in Brazilian music, Brazilian culture. They wanted to learn a little bit more about Brazilian culture. They got a small amount of funding from Paisley Council 15 years ago, and from that very small beginnings, I'm sure if you brought everyone who's been involved in Sambayabamba over the years together, there would be easily more than 100 people. Probably close on 200 people have been involved in the band over its 15 years. So it's amazing that from a group of friends just getting together and saying, let's do something around Brazilian music, a whole kind of track was set off that's still going today.
Tell us a bit about the range of instruments that are in the band.
Well, I'm actually a brass player, so we've had a brass section in the band for maybe about 7 or 8 years. The core of the band is Brazilian percussion, so a different range of percussion instruments. There's surdus, which are the bass drums, the big bass drums that kind of hold the rhythm together. There's caixas, which are like snare drums, are the sort of driving force. Repiniques, which cut across a loud drum that cuts across what the rest of the band are doing, and then a range of different hand drums. So about 5 or 6 different types of drums, and then we've got a small brass section that kind of tries to put a melody across what the battery is doing.
Very good. We saw you in the procession earlier on, but you're also going to be playing in the park here this afternoon?
Yeah, we've got a slot later on, so we'll be on the stage. Hopefully, that'll give us the brass a chance to be heard a little bit more. In a parade, it's always difficult with all the noise. The drums are so loud that it's hard for the brass to come across sometimes. So it's quite nice to have a stage slot where the brass can maybe play through a PA and be heard a little bit more. Just to kind of, the melody's always useful to give people a little bit of a hook to kind of latch onto when they're listening to the rhythm of the bateria.
Thank you very much. That was Sambayabamba performing at the Dunfermline Children's Gala on the 25th of June. And I believe if you want to get in touch with them, if you want to find out more about their music, you can find them at www.sambayabamba.com. Thank you very much to the street team of Barclay Mack, Doreen Murray and Peter Little being part of the coverage for the Dunfermline Children's Gala that happened on the 25th of June.